Show 80 international vlogs. Tune in. Grab a chair and zoom in. Fully. Then so we go, baby. Then so we go. Big up and bless up in our Rockstar Nation. Welcome to another episode of 80 International Vlogs. You see me, you know what we do over here: entertainment, upliftment, motivation, positive thoughts, and positive vibes. Today we just a reason about a few things when we see it take place in the music industry. You see me, about international and local. So first and foremost, on the international news, Drake dropped 3 albums in one night. 3 albums in one night. Now, which other artists you see do that? I think this is gonna be a historic moment for Canada and for the artist himself, which is Drake, because we don't know Drake is a heavy hitter, and we don't know say anything when him put out, him get a lot of support from Toronto people them. You understand me? I say don't know say Toronto we support we own. For instance, Drake get a lot of support from the Toronto and Canada worldwide. Let's say Canada. Don't even want to just label it as Toronto. You get a lot of support from Canada and you get a lot of support from different states. You understand me? I say, and worldwide. And we don't know see the biggest thing in Toronto, Canada. Maybe the biggest thing, biggest artist, you know what I mean, rap artist in the world today. You understand me? I say, whatever they want to call him, if they want to say he's a pop artist or whatever the case may be, but we know his name is sitting on the top when you talk about artists, or if you should search worldwide who is the biggest artist in the world, we don't know, so his name is probably gonna push up and pop up. You understand me? I say, and so another thing I want to talk about before we go any further, let's talk about the thought of the day, because I should have done the thought of the day before me just jump into the news. And the thought of the day is nobody is perfect. You understand? So do what you want in life, and then when you make a mistake, you can correct yourself from that mistake. And it doesn't matter who you be. Nobody in this world is perfect. And we don't know, we see it with Father God. If Father God was perfect, we wouldn't create Satan. You understand me? I say he would have known from the get-go that this guy is going to be trouble. You see me? But we're not here to discuss about that. The thought of the day is nobody is perfect in life. And then you make a mistake, just brush yourself off, get up and then continue. Anyway, let's continue with the topic and Drake dropping the 3 album, and you know what I mean. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the name of the album them to make you know what the name of the album them. And people, if you do have some time, I would encourage you to go out and check it out. Or check them out on guaranteed they're on YouTube. You see what I say? Yeah, guaranteed they're on his page, so you guys can check them out. People, let's move on. Another thing we want to talk about is it was just in the back of my head. It was just okay. Stephen McGregor. You see, Stephen McGregor basically is out there, and we don't know he's promoting the new Hill and Gully rider, big bad rhythm. So I say, hope I get the opportunity to drop something on the rhythm. I did a little snippet, but it was only for promotional use only, and to see if the people them would gravitate to it. But yes, you don't know, people, I do have some fans out there. Yes, I do have some fans, whether I want to be 1 or 2. But I did have some people who actually love the little snippet and tell me I should finish up the song and and put it out. Yes, I would love to do that, but also I would love the authorization to hop on the rhythm, so at least I can do things properly. You know what I mean? I don't like putting stuff on my YouTube, especially if it's not original. You see me? Yeah. So maybe I guess what I'm gonna do, something just come to mind. So maybe songs that is not original, I'm probably gonna record it and probably release it over here. You know what I mean? So you people can see it and actually push it, you know what I mean? However I can possible. You see me? But big up and bless up to each and everybody who support me music. Now let's talk a little bit about Stephen McGregor, because we see where he's coming under some backlash, which some is good and some is not really backlash, but some is praising him for the work that he have done in revamping this new instrumental, which is called Hill and Gully rhythm. You know what I mean? And now the backlash is wearing a lot of artists is on the rhythm, but yet the stuff that they're talking about is really provocative stuff, you know what I mean? So now we have the likes of, what's her name? Yeah, let me search her name. I don't wanna Fae Ellington, Fae Ellington. So we have now the likes of, Mistress or Miss Fae Ellington, where she came out and she were talking because she's one of her elders, You know what I mean? I think she was a radio broadcaster. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But anyway, she came out and she had her opinion, and also I would say facts. Some of it is opinion, some of it is facts. Because at the end of the day, you can tell people your mind, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna follow you with your mind. Can either be opinion or factual statements. So basically, she was saying she loved the fact that Steven revamped the rhythm, but the thing is, she don't love the fact that some artists who she know is way better than what they are, the type of song that they put out on the instrumental. She says she don't really like it because some of it is provocative, you know what I mean? So they take the old time rhythm, which is an old time folklore song for Jamaica, and they put some songs on it that doesn't really showcase the culture in a way. Anyway, Stephen McGregor is defending it, wherein he's saying basically it could be a thing wherein some of the artists feel like if they put something positive on the instrumental, it's gonna be unseen. Rather, if they put something more provocative on the instrumental, a lot of people is gonna be more gravitate to it, and we see it. You know what I mean?
As well, but like I mentioned before, I think a lot of artists write with the mindset of where the generation currently is, and I think whether we want to admit it or not or agree with it, some of the same lyrical content, it just happens to be where a lot of these consumers are. Because, like, a good fun fact for that, I get a lot of praise for some of the cleaner songs on the rhythm, and people saying, yes, this is what we wanted, the cleaner songs. But ironically, some of those cleaner songs on the rhythms are the ones with the least streams and the least views and so on. So it kind of shows the gap between the consumers and what we would like to represent culturally.
And so that's why a lot of good song people is getting shoved under the rug. It's because when the songs are good and they get put out, they're not getting the support from the people that they're supposed to, or the people that who's supposed to be supporting this type of music and pushing it to the forefront is not doing so. More than likely now, when you put out something that is negative, you have a whole heap of people who flock to it, and people is going to talk and say this and have a lot of opinion over. Which people, listen, when good music is put out there, don't pass it and say, okay, this is good, and then shake your head and say, yes, nice. Please share it if possible. If you can, share the good music, because that's the only way we're going to change something if we want to change. And we change something by consistently putting that good aura or that good positive stuff, consistently pushing it in front of people. Then we will see change. But until then, if we're closing our eyes when we see the positive things, and then when the negative things come out, we more blast out about the negative things. The negative things that we blast out about is going to spread more than the positive word. You see me? So I'm encouraging you people, once you see good music out there, push it out to the mass. Share it. It doesn't matter which artist it is. Just share their work so other people will hear it and appreciate it. You see what I say? Big up and bless up to each and everybody, man. You don't know the thing. So I have to comment Stephen McGregor, because he came up with a valid point, and he's also saying in this new age, people, if you want your music to really reach to a certain extent, like have some money to spend behind the music to really push it. For me, I was playing like double standard there, I think, which is fact. And sometimes you can also really just work on your craft and push it. If you love the music, there's types of way of dealing with the music. You see what I say? Some people deal with it differently. Some people feel like they have to spend a lot of money in music, and some just feel like they can be on the reserve and just put out the music how they feel like, and then if the people gravitate to it, they gravitate to it. But if they don't, then you understand me? I say, yeah, and we all understand, we know the thing go. So like I say, I was kind of double standard wherein I understand what he's saying, and he's making a valid point, and that's factual too. If you want your music, sometimes is spending money to get where you are going. And if an artist, if for instance, say a label, if a label is backing an artist, you have to look at it business wise, wherein the label is gonna have money to spend behind the artist. And when I say spend money behind the artist, is that investing in shooting music videos, investing in probably doing radio promotion. But when you look at that, where I say double standard, is that can be wearing doing all of this, but they is having money to push behind the artist. So for instance, money to shoot video, we know that video have to shoot, and money for the artist basically if he bounce around from radio station to radio station. there's other things that really and truly you have to spend money in. So I'm not gonna tell people where to invest their money or how to invest their money in their music career, but do what is right for you at a convenient time. You understand? Because there's time to everything. And if you do it wherein you can't manage or sustain yourself, then you're gonna end up in problem. You understand? But if you're do it at a sustainable standard or rate, then you will be okay. You see me? So, with that being said, you don't know the thing. Go big up Stephen McGregor for the knowledge. I watched the interview. I'm gonna share a piece of the interview so you guys can actually see it. I'm also gonna share a piece of couple of clips, I think, of Jake album cover so you guys can see what's going on. So that's about it, my people. We are in consider to Stephen McGregor and Jake. Now let's move on. Big up yourself, Stephen McGregor. For whatever you do for the rhythm, because at the same time you say you kinda make people look on Jamaica differently. And the way how they look on Jamaica is not in the terms of the type of instrumental that is coming out. This is like one of our own. You understand what I say? So good luck. Another thing I want to talk about now, you have Vybz Kartel on the internet. A lot of people is burning a fire on him because he's on the internet dancing. And he's dancing in only underwear and a bunny, a pink bunny, and he said now you have people is trolling him and making fun of him. I don't think people, we can only encourage people to do good and to do better. We can't really tell somebody how to live their life. Worse, if they're making money, they don't care about you. Because there's nothing what you say in life gonna really make them change their mind. You understand me? I say unless them view your point as valid, then they will change their mind. But as long as the people them make money, them no business with you. You think them business with you? Because you not stop them food. So them in return, I do whatever them feel like for do. You see what I say? Yeah, so big up yourself, Kartel. Do what you feel like to do. Although a lot of people didn't see that move coming because they take him as a gangster. You know, it's a gangster now do them sassy movements there. You understand me? I say so people think it was a bit sassy, whatever he chose to do. But at the end of the day, it's his life. You see me? Anyway, I'm gonna see if I find a snippet of it too and share it. You know what I mean? People should be free to do whatever they want to do as long as it's not degrading to other people. You know what I mean? He must know why he do it, and people know you have a choice to watch it or don't watch it. You have a choice to turn away your head, you know what I mean, or move forward. You see me? Yeah, and for me, I don't really business. It's his life, and if that's what he feel like to do, he probably putting it out there for him lady friend them to see it, and guarantee him probably never put it out there for the man them. I watch a thing and start the conversation about it. You understand me? I say, go watch some girls, man. And stop watching man and talk this and that, boy, man. The man's supposed to be free to do whatever I feel like to do. But ask me if me back whatever I do, I don't think the man should be winding up on the internet half naked. If you ask me, and then that's my opinion. That's all I say. Yeah, so big up yourself, same way Vybz Kartel. I don't know the thing. You create a lot of history, especially in the dancehall space where a lot of people can look up to. But that style is definitely not one of them. You see me? Fully. Now, another thing I want to talk about, we see the likes of I Show Speed touchdown in Jamaica and creating wave. So, basically I Show Speed now touchdown in Jamaica. But I guess before he tour a lot of the communities or a lot of the parishes. We see where we see where Popcaan link up with him and actually was giving him a few pointers of what not to do on the island. Now,
At the what?
You have to do the right thing on the island. No tongue out.
No tongue out.
No sitting in laps.
No sitting in laps.
None of that.
you have to see where Speed is not of the culture. That's my take. So a lot of people was bashing him for one of his videos that went viral, him sitting in somebody's lap and tooting horn and stretching out his tongue. Like, a lot of people were saying that behavior is not up to standard, you know what I mean, and it look fishy. basically the behavior look fishy. And you know, Jamaican people don't really stand for that. You know, we strictly, we are homophobic. You understand me? I say, yeah, so certain things don't bring it around us. You know, for me, if you want to be that way, I don't have a problem with it, but don't bring your type of lifestyle around me like you're trying to push that type of lifestyle on me. No, that's when we're gonna go wrong. But at the same time, if that's your prerogative, that's your prerogative. I don't, not bashing you on, you know what I mean? Big up, kudos, continue to do what you do. But at the same time, so Popcaan, give him a little upliftment and tell him, bro, listen, certain things like that we don't do on the island. So get your act and your priorities straight before you come on the island, or when you come on the island, and make sure you move straight, certain behaviors. And then at the same time, I don't condone that type of behavior. So I would say he's still young mentally in his brain, and I don't think he was praying like certain things as how people is saying that he's sassy. Honestly, my opinion, I don't think so. I don't condone his behavior, but I don't think he gone that type of way. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section if him gone that type of way. You see me? But anyway, big up to Popcaan, tell him say yo, him no bring that type of stuff on the island. And I think his role and what he's trying to do, because a lot of people don't understand what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to bring awareness. I'm not sure if it's awareness or more tourists to the country, because he's kind of showcasing the levity of how different type of people live on the island and how their food tastes. So I mean, I say, yeah, so I see something was going on between Jamaica and Trinidad. Please, people, let's keep the peace. So I mean, I say, Trinidad, we love, you know. Trinidad, make sure you love Jamaica. You see what I mean? I say, yeah, big up and bless up to each and everybody. You understand? One life, you know, man. We try and live good, man. You see it? Yeah, so basically that was one of the things. Now we see a thing wherein Yaksta is getting under backlash because he went and he go perform for iShow Speed, and people is saying that Yaksta is in a what you don't call it now, is kind of burning fire against certain type of people. So I guess Puta Hype was telling him that if he didn't see that Speed is that type of person, that Speed is a bit sassy, so how he went and performed for Speed. Like, so I think what Yaksta replied was that he didn't know anything about this person and he was invited somewhere and then he just did whatever he was told to do by his management. A lot of people have like mixed feelings and saying, oh, he should have asked his management what is this and who is this person, and you know what I mean, sometimes you get put in certain type of situation that you don't even think right away, you think after, and it all boils down to the thought of the day again, wherein nobody is perfect. You only can correct the mistake once it's done. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna blame you, Yaksta. It don't happen already. You just correct your mistake going forward and continue to stand for who you are and what you believe in, and continue to teach the people to elevate themselves differently. You see me? So I see where people was bashing him and saying, oh, like he said this and he said that, but yet he's, you know, you want to leave the man, make him do him thing, because this is what me I talk about. When the man was doing different type of music and was staying quiet on certain topics, nobody was seeing him. His music was going under the table, and as soon as he start talking about some other stuff, then he start opening eyes. People start speak out against him. You see me? Anyway, I'm not gonna hold up on the time, you know, people. I think there was one more thing that I see and I wanna spread some light on, but we can save it for next time. You see it? Make sure you like, comment in the comment section. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the page if you guys have reached this far too. Seeing? Big up and bless up. I go by the name of ATA Rockstar. Make sure you guys follow me on all media platforms. Respect. Thank you. Love and love alone. You hear that? I'm out.
Yo, ATA International Vlogs. Tune in. Grab a chair and zoom in. Fully. Then so we go, baby.